See the count with it there, though. There. All right, guys, we're going here. I got the game on in the corner of my screen here, so I can watch the World Series. Not that I have any dog in the fight. Looks like it's tied 1-1 right now. Let's put that down a little bit. There we go. I don't really care who wins the World Series. I could care less. Oh, how's it going, Marcus? Yeah, I don't care who wins. If the Mariners aren't in there, I don't care. There's no chance of that happening anytime soon. So Yankees. That's what I would expect from people on the East Coast to say that. They got to change baseball somehow so it's not all about who spends the most money. That's really what it's all about. Who can spend the most money until they have a salary cap or something like the other leagues have. Well, that makes sense, man. If you live on Long Island, I would be a Yankees fan too, I'm sure. But I'm born and raised Pacific Northwest, so I got to go for my Seattle Mariners, all my Seattle teams, Seahawks, Portland Trailblazers, etc. But you know they're raking in the money big time on this World Series, so you know damn well it's probably going to go 7 games. They might as well milk it. And I'm not saying that it's bought off. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but you know if it if it gets to go to if it goes to 6 games and they figure you know they're making a ton of money and they an ump needs to make a call or something, they probably would have that happen. There's a lot of things that we don't see. It is beautiful out here. This isn't even the most. I mean, it's beautiful here, but I mean, the thing about Oregon is there's uh, every type of topography. There's the beach. There's the coastal mountains. There's the valleys that are like rainforests. The mountains that also have rainforests. And then over here it's the high desert, kind of a high plateau that doesn't get much. Here's 2024. There's got to be one in the bunch, huh? Kind of sucks what they done to that state of New York. I used to drive. I used to drive like you guys did in the city. Most of my career was Seattle and Portland, which you don't want to go to those towns. Take me 2 hours to go across town. I'm gonna get some good video of us driving from here to Reno and Las Vegas too. There's a lot of beautiful country out there. It's a lot of nothing, some of it, but there's some pretty cool lakes and stuff on the way. I knew you were kidding on Harris. Isn't it funny how they say it's a 50-50 neck and neck race, but everybody you talk to is has pretty much the same ideologies. It's kind of weird, isn't it? You guys wouldn't come on here because if you were Harris supporters, you would probably would just talk, and neener, and then leave. That's how most of those people act. And I'm not drinking well, this is kind of the most foofy drink that I drink. It's the Smirnoff Ice Smash. It's good when you want to get a little buzz going. And you're not ready for beer. I got beers down here too. I got my usual IPAs. So oh, looks like the Dodgers base hit. Ted Cook is a Harris supporter. I doubt that. Highly doubt that. Oh, Ted Cook. Why does he always have to be the topic of conversation? Yeah, Marcus. So I have a sister in town here. Her and her husband are ridiculous socialist Democrats. She won't. I don't get to see my niece. I think I told you guys on one of the other live streams if you were here. I don't get to see my niece because of it. I never did anything to her. She just thinks I'm a xenophobic, racist, bigot because of my political views. Yeah, it's good. It's good for views. I bet if something really bad happened, guys are fighting back and forth. That makes for good YouTube content. But I don't really care about that. You guys can fight amongst yourselves. I've always said that. Yeah, barefoot and pregnant, making. Oh, we got a home run. Who was that? Is that? Oh, of course. The Mariners. The guy the Mariners traded. Of course, he's coming through in the playoffs, and they can't even get to the playoffs. Okay, Oscar. But yeah, women, yeah, barefoot, pregnant, cooking you dinner, the whole 9 yards. That's where they belong. Know nothing about Ted Marco. What's there to know? Other outside of cleaning drains with a vacuum cleaner, there ain't anything else to know about Ted. I dig the field fabrication. This doesn't. The Pittsburgh bit is the best out there. Thank you for that. Yeah, a lot of guys don't know how to do that stuff. It's not really that hard, and nobody showed me how to do it. I just was playing around with my stuff, all my equipment, and figured out how to do that. And you can do it. You can do it with your hands too. You don't even need a brake. I showed you how to do it with a bar fold too. Trust me, I spent hours and hours trying to figure out how to do that with my hands. How's it going, Irish Rolex? What's your name and location for the record here, so I know who I'm talking to? I don't know where I forget where a lot of you guys are from. Oh, sorry, Luke the Booze Hound too. I forgot to say hi to you as well. Saturday's a good day to be a booze hound, that's for sure. I was actually up late last night, entertaining myself, if you know what I mean. And next weekend's going to be a lot worse because Friday we're heading off on our road trip, anniversary trip. Be lots of fun, especially if I don't have to grab my wife and try to drag her into a cab this time, or into the Uber. I think that you're gonna learn something if you just start watching HVAC stuff. It's good for the new guys. First company I worked for, I didn't know shit because they nobody wanted to teach me anything. Took me a long time to even learn low voltage wiring, which is, it seems easy now. How's it going, Mr. Williams? What's the over under on Ted Cook aliases in here right now? I'm gonna say 2 or 3. That one, the anti DIY HVAC R isn't his only one, because he's got one that doesn't have the R on the end. He doesn't do refrigeration anyway, so he's full of shit. There, what does it hurt in giving people knowledge? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not threatened by anybody. Most people, there's plenty of work to go around. Let me leave it at that. Plenty of work to go around. So I'm not threatened by anybody. I've trained multiple guys that own their own businesses. I got 2 guys that I trained have businesses up in Idaho, one in Washington, uh, the guy here in town. So it's all about the legacy you leave, right? John HVAC block, Joe block. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but Ted's accused me of blocking him multiple times or erasing comments. I have a life. I don't have time to be doing that. He made me want to a couple times, but the choir. You said that last time. The choir boy. You mean like a soy boy? I can open up a big can of worms here. What do you guys think about John Phillips Plumbing, his site, or his channel? Boy, he lives in Florida. That's really strange. I got nothing against him personally, though. He's just something happened to him. Maybe he was dropped on his head or something. John Phillips. I don't know his history. I don't think I've watched a lot of his videos. I've never heard him mention it. I wouldn't imagine he's originally from Florida though, or what made him move to Florida. I don't know with those kind of views. Yeah, I mean he kind of does, but it's funny in my area. It's blue collar, country boys for the most part, but the largest town here, Bend, Oregon. California has moved up here lock, stock, and barrel, and you get people that military people that you would never think that they would have the views that they have, and you get blindsided by them. I've had at least 4 or 5 customers this year tell me that if Trump wins, they're leaving the country, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Cares about blocking people. Got to have thick skin. You guys think there's going to be some middle of the night boxes of ballots coming in this year? Fred. You guys haven't hit that like button, do it. Let's get some more people in here. Five's not enough to have a good discussion. You guys are kind of just talking to yourselves. We can talk so that we can talk HVAC, sports, about our broads, whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm good. Al Bundy 2025. I have I have a couple Al Bundy 2024 t-shirts. I'll be wearing one of them in Vegas when I'm there. It always gets people shaking my hand for sure. And you guys wouldn't think it. The last couple of elections, the last couple of elections, Nevada turned blue, surprisingly. But if you talk to anybody there, there's got to be something shady going on. Uh, every demographic there that I talk to, whenever I go to Las Vegas, uh, are Trumpers. Best live. Oh. Marcus, how'd I meet my wife? I think it was on a dating site. No shame in no. There's no shame in that. Pretty sure at the time I was just trying to bag as many women as I could at the time, but sh- things happen for a reason. So Mr. Good man, I feel he's sort of my psychologist. Yeah, you guys got some sort of inner circle going on that I don't know about, but yeah, it doesn't matter how you meet somebody really. It was a stigma a while back, but shit, half the time when I was going to bars, if you're meeting somebody that's as drunk as you are, that doesn't really have any future and can't really communicate. What I would do is, if I was talking to a girl and she grabbed and she, I'll answer that. Even if you're sitting at the bar next to a girl and they're drunk too, and then they pick their phone up, once they pick their phone up, it pisses you off. That I would say, hey, I got to go to the bathroom, and I'd leave on them. Knock her up, didn't you, Josh? No, nope. We were dating. We moved in together, and I asked her one day if she wanted to get off the birth control. So it was all planned. What's my go-to filter? April Air. I just do the Honeywell F100s. I mean, you can throw whatever filter you want in there. I do like the Air Bears, but we don't have a lot of we don't have basements around here, so doing that right angle one, I like those because they're really good for static. If static's an issue on a system, I'll do the April Air because it's the lowest static. Oh, I had lots of one night stands. Come on. Yeah, parking lot, bathroom. We've all been there. It's all ancient history, guys. I'm 47 now. I'm too old for that shit. If you're still doing that at the age of 47, there's something wrong with you. Oh, here we go. Here's another alias. Ted Cook, Fred Crook. What's going to be next? Trying to think of Thad Hook. You guys remember the how's his name pronounced? Manti Teo. The he's I think now he's a commentator on NFL Network, and yeah, they do stuff on YouTube, and I make comment. I go, "Does your girlfriend still?" You had the fake girlfriend. You sure are, Fred. I'm next. Marco, is that the UCLA Bruins who got hey, Oregon Ducks, guys? Number one. Feels good to say that. It's been a while. I hate that. I hate the town they're from, though. Oh, Boston Bruins. I don't follow hockey, so I got to stop somewhere. I follow too many sports. I wouldn't have any time to do anything else. I think Marco said he's from New England somewhere at some point. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of hockey fans around here. I just got to stop somewhere. Definitely would never ever 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 watch soccer. That's not a sport. Here come the soccer fans out of the woodworks. If they were here. Austin. Goodwill Hunting. Yeah, we can if you guys want. I said we can talk movies and stuff too. What's your favorite movies? Give me give me your top three. I think I've told you guys what my top three. Soccer, yeah, man buns. Hopefully none of you guys have man buns here. I really hope you don't. Hit that like button, guys. Come on, let's get more people in here. We got. Be nice to get a good mix going. I think some people get in here on accident. which is fine because we're not just talking about HVAC. We can talk about anything. Movies, TV shows. Thanks, Marco. We can talk about, limited politics because all that turns into. I think most of us here are like-minded, so I don't think that would turn into a fight. But there's always one in the bunch, right? That could start some problems. Already bringing in a reliever. Bar Pizza Kid. Be kind of funny if the Yankees got swept. Healy is a whack job. No, there's Joe. Hit that like button, Joe. Never touched a drug my whole life. I drank like a fish, but I never touched a drug. My brother was big time into smoking pot, and he dabbled in some other stuff, but I never partaked with him. Not interested. I want to keep my brain sharp as I get older. And if you did drugs when you were younger, I can tell the people that have. 8 years sober from everything, Joe. Caffeine too, because that's a stimulant. That's considered a drug. Oh, bar pizza. I just like dropping little seeds. If it got a hold of you, I don't know what that means. Never stuck a cigarette in my mouth either. Proud of that. Not interested in that stuff. I don't get the nicotine thing. Kirk Cousins' cousin, Jake Cousins, is on the mound for the Yankees. Kirk Cousins' cousin. I drank way too much coffee this morning. I think I do the Keurig, so I think I had 3 or 4 of them this morning. I think Orr is a Mormon. Even if you have lost me, what about? Nobody gave me their top 3 movies. I can talk movies for hours. I, I actually think about starting a movie review channel, but I don't know how the copyright stuff works on that. It seems like people are getting kicked off all the time. But I love my movies. Brian Orr. I keep getting emails from Brian Orr about his I don't know, that thing that was so cool that he did. I don't know what it was, but I get emails from Brian Orr periodically, probably once or twice a month. Ooh, off the wall. Step Brothers is good. I mean, good like movies that are like your all-time favorite. Really, Step Brother, like well-made movies. Well, let's put comedies in a different area. Let's put comedies in their own category. Movies that are like you'll never forget. That's true, Marco. He is. He is. A lot of them have died off in the last 10 to 15 years. It's going to be different. It's going to be a whole industry of tablets and error codes. You're just going to hook a computer, kind of like they do with the new cars. Hook a computer up, and that's how you're going to diagnose stuff. You're not going to have to use your brain anymore. Like I said, those movies are good. They're good for what they are. I'm just mean like transcendent movies that you'll never forget. Uh, you know, you know what I mean. Comedies should be in their own separate category, in my opinion. There's two types of people. There's those that do the work and those that motivate people to do the work. A lot of these guys are just good talkers without much substance to them, though. Outside of that, how many times do you how many times do you go to these HVAC conventions or these trainings where these guys are really good talkers? But when it really gets down to brass tacks and you sit down and talk to them, if it's outside of their script, they're not really that intuitive. That's what I've seen anyway. And I'm always the guy that's giving them shit and trying to press them on some of their misinformation they do during their so-called training classes. A lot of it's just to sell stuff. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is really good. Any movie with Jack Nicholson's usually pretty good. He has a couple of clunkers, but for the most part, his movies are top notch. I mean, my all-time uh, favorite movie of all time is The Shining. So if that tells you anything. Schindler's List is good. It's got a lot of gaps where it doesn't, it doesn't resonate with you. You got to kind of pick and choose some parts of it. But man, I can watch The Shining. I mean, I watch it. It's a good bedtime movie for me. I'll watch The Shining and fall asleep to it just because it's iconic to me. The only thing I really remember about well, I just watched Schindler's List recently, and one thing I really like is that girlfriend that the guy, what the main antagonist had. Gosh, she was beautiful, especially when you saw her boobs. She had some nice fun bags, that's for sure. Still waiting for the top three movies, though. Just give me a list. We'll talk about them. Like I said, and I want comedies in a different category. So leave comedies out. Your top three best, like dramatic thrillers, horror movies, action, whatever it may be. But I think comedy deserves its own category. I'm watching a guy on YouTube tearing apart a VW six engine. I think the world record for pulling a rear engine air cooled VW is like 40 seconds, something like that. I don't have time to be tearing cars apart. Of course, Joe probably thinks I do because I don't work. I don't work that much. Jaws, Schindler's List. Jaws is so I call The Shining and Jaws probably my 1A and 1B, and then 2 is probably, and I could call it 1C, would be Aliens. I actually I made a list. I put it on Facebook of my top. I think my top 100 movies. Maybe I'll post it on YouTube at some point. I don't know if Schindler's List is on there. Fallen, I know damn well it's probably not on there. But lately, since it's Halloween season, I think it's AMC has been playing The Fly, the one with Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis in it. God, I really love that movie. It's a good movie. I still remember the first time I saw it. Pretty damn good. You guys are talking about people's Corvettes. Who really cares? He's got a black Corvette. Who cares? I might have a whole warehouse full of exotic cars. I'm not going to show them to you guys. Yes, I did, Joe. I had time. You don't see everything I do, Joe. So you're a pretty judgmental guy. I honestly would rather you just didn't come around. Honestly, you had to make a stupid post today about me reposting something. Yeah, I didn't have time to do a real video today, so I rehashed one from July. Is that okay with you? Is it? You're that guy that comes in and always has to say the stupid stuff, and and stir the pot. What do you guys think? Think the Yankees are going to come back today? Maybe it's their time for a game-winning grand slam themselves. I'm gonna miss you, Joe. I really am. Yeah, it's really gonna hurt me. Joe Shearer is that sky is falling kind of guy, and then he thinks because he watches a minute of somebody's video on YouTube that he needs to correct somebody. Something missing in his life, I think. I think there's something really missing in that guy's life to feel the need to be that way. The rest of you guys are cool. His buddy acts the same way too. You know who I'm talking about. I think his initials are TC. A sad way to live, isn't it? Right, now we'll get to the real beer. Hey, I didn't start it, Marco. I didn't start it. Never said anything to either one of those guys. Like I told you in one of the other live streams, the only thing I've ever said to Ted Cook is I thought his installers did some hack furnace installs. It's the only thing I ever said. He gets personal and starts saying mean stuff. And then Joe Shearer has kind of tagged along, and he comes on and he just starts saying stuff that is stupid. I don't know, lack of a better word, stupid. KC, I'm just watching the World Series game down here. If those guys want to start some shit, I mean, Joe never has anything nice. He needs to live by the goal. He lived by the golden rule. His parents should have taught him that. Ask anybody that knows me in person. I don't do that stuff. And those two individuals just seem to have a issue with life in general. I think. Oh, that's that gonna go? No, just a flight ball. I have it in a little corner of my screen, so it's hard for me to tell if the balls hit well or not. I don't have anything against them, but they won't lay off. It's like they want to keep making stupid comments on my channel. Go for it. But I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to call you out on it when you do it. It all started with Ted. Uh, probably it's been about a month now, I think. minding my own business. I mind my own business. He sent me he sent me a text message. You know, I mean, it's easy to get my phone number. It's right there. He sent me a weird text message and tried to do some intimidation tactics on the phone and say subliminal stuff to me. And then, well, even before that, he was getting on the channel and saying stuff. Oh, there's two perfect people on here, and I'm sure he was implying Mikey Pipes or something. And I go, who are you lumping me in with, man? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure that's what he meant because I've seen those guys go back and forth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ted likes young. I'm not young though. I wish I was. Yeah, well, I have videos trying to smooth things over him, and you know he wants to keep poking the bear, so to speak. Go ahead. How many people live in the United States now? I think we're close to 400 million. I'm not going to worry about one or two, that's for sure. Be right back, guys. I'm going to go do my usual bathroom break that I have to do because when you're drinking beer, it's hard to hold it in. You know what I mean? Be right back. Haven't. Ted is a great dude. That will be wrong. No, I'm not going to block him. What I said was he makes me want to block him. It's not that important to me. I mean, this is just a little side deal. I think Ted sees YouTube as like his primary revenue source or something. He even said that to me. He's fun. He's an interesting guy. I'll leave it at that. And I'm sure a lot of it's on purpose. Yeah, he's about to do another 24. Well, I don't think he ever he showed up for a little bit. He's probably got something else going on tonight, Saturday, whatever. He's probably out, working the sidewalks. He's got some street walkers he's got to go drive by or something. Or he's got to get back on Grinder or something probably. I think he's gone platinum on that site. Yeah, but back to Joe. He he just randomly sent a comment on my post today, and he goes, "Oh, are you posting random? Sorry, not random. Are you posting repeats of your videos?" And I said, "It's in the description, dude. I said it was from last summer." You know, you're like, there's always guys that think they're trying to expose somebody. It's like when Tom Likas did his show. If you guys listen to radio over the years, and he pretty much got thrown off the radio, and people call into his radio show and try to expose him as being a fat guy or whatever. He's like, I know I'm fat. I don't need some keyboard warrior telling me what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. Any updates about the customer who threatened payment because they wanted free stuff? Uh, that's a still ongoing situation. I will fill you guys in when I know what's going on there. That is still an open deal. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, Joe's a troller. I know it. He sent me text messages too, and well, good on Joe. I'm glad he did recommend the channel. This is just a these live streams are just a shoot the shit kind of thing. If you guys want to talk about something HVAC, I love doing that. I can talk HVAC all day and all night. It really intrigues me. I mean, I started when I was 17, and now I'm 47. Love talking about movies, everything else. No, Casey, I did not get full payment yet, but I will. Let's leave it at that. I'm not gonna discuss that on here. You'll see it. Just keep watching the videos. It's going to turn up at some point. I don't know the exact day. I'm on vacation already up here. I'm going to head back to that big remodel job this week and finish that up and get both of his systems going. There's still going to be some loose ends because they're not ready for me to finish everything. And I'd rather just go party with my wife, honestly. Show the check. I said I didn't get paid yet. See you, Mr. Williams. I'm gonna say it's your last name's Williams. I don't know your first name. I asked. I like to know at least first names and location. That's always good. Whether I remember or not is another thing. Paul, good to meet you. Paul, I'm assuming Paul Williams. Good to meet you. I'll see you next time. I do these every. Well, I'm going to try to stay on a schedule of every Saturday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. I know that's pretty bold to try to do that, but I'm going to try to do that. Joe would say with my busy work schedule, it shouldn't be a problem, but you know, Holbrook, New York. They're not playing me. What am I supposed to do? Go bring Bubba over there with some dark glasses? It's fine. It's fine. I got it all handled. There's other things in play here that you don't know about that I'm not going to talk about on YouTube. It's all fine. I'm not worried about anything. I got plenty of money, and I'll get their money. I don't need it. I don't need it right this second. It's not a big deal. I'll get the money, okay? I'll get the money. Oh, there's the real Ted. He's back. I'm so happy. Now my night is complete. I love having Ted here. Oh yeah, Ted's rich. He told me already. He wipes his ass with $100 bills. I know Ted. I'm flat broke. I'm gonna have to go work tomorrow because I need the $150 service call I'm gonna go do, or I'm gonna have to mortgage off my house. I am actually gonna go work for about 3 hours tomorrow on that remodel job I've been working on because I need to hook up the thermostat and at least get the other side emergency heat going on the house before the week starts because we're gonna get cold next week. But I'll be done by about 11. I got a Seahawks game at 1. My brother's coming over at about 12:30, bringing my little niece over. That'll be fun. I haven't seen her in a while. I don't know. You guys are East Coasters. They're playing the Bills. You sure you don't want the Buffalo Bills to win? It's funny because the my liberal sister, my younger sister, who they went and lived in Western New York for a while. Her and her husband, and they're hardcore Buffalo Bills fan. They only live about 20 minutes away. All the more reason why I want the Bills to lose tomorrow. Joe was here. I asked him to leave, Ted. He has a hard time saying anything nice. Who did, Joe? Yeah, so I'm supposed to just discount him being rude and acting that way because he got out of the hospital. So I'm supposed to feel sorry for him. I didn't know that. I wish him. I wish him the best, but maybe he needs to change his attitude on life. Quit being a troll. Yeah, but most of my stuff's a reaction. You guys kind of act like my brother does, who he does something and then I react to it, and then I'm supposed to apologize for defending myself. I wasn't rude. You could pull up the comments. All I did was comment about about some the way your guys installed stuff. I said that your service stuff is impeccable, and I stood behind that. What did I tell me what I said? I mean, if it was years ago, obviously I'm not going to remember it off the top of my head. We're not in a courtroom. What you did was silly. That's vague. What? Of course you do, Casey. No, we're hashing this out right now. So you gotta be more descriptive. You said what I did with well, you're the one that deleted the comments, so now I have no idea what was said. See how this works? And then you accuse me of deleting comments. I never deleted a single comment. I don't care what you guys say, really. Why delete them? I love us. You just said I delete dude. I delete hundreds of comments. Yeah, I love his service videos too. That's why I know who he is because of his videos. This I don't like this circular talk. You know, the old psychologist here. I'm joking when I say that. It is kind of, about your drain cleaning and stuff. It's just at least you know what to find. You get paid well for knowing what to find, right? And that was recent things. That was a response to things that you've said to me recently. In the past, no, I was just talking about your installations. Your guys, they run their gas lines in front of the furnace cabinet, stuff like that, which is really good feedback. I don't know why they do that in your area. We got a gas line running right in front of the furnace cabinet. I've never seen it. Send me a link, and I'll look at the geo job. I'll check it out. You're all the way down in South Carolina. How you do your work doesn't affect me. They're just comments. Send it to me. I'll look at it. Fine. I'll check it out. You didn't. I don't think you put it on your YouTube channel, or I probably would have seen it. Okay. Send it. Send me the link. No, I haven't seen them all, but I I do occasionally go on channels and scroll back on videos, and I'll look at the whole channel and go back. So maybe I missed it. I don't remember ever seeing a geothermal install on your channel. Hey, hold on, honey. Hold on a sec. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna do about 5 more minutes. I'm out of here. You're done. Yes. Yeah. All right. Come on. Come here. Come here, sweetie. I need that little pie. All right, it's a good time to cut this short, guys. And yeah, my daughter wants me to come in and play some Galaga and Dig Dug with her. Pac-Man. I got the little mix tape for the PlayStation. So that's one of the jobs where I was able to do a lot. I don't work for free. Neither do I. All right. I plan on doing an hour, and I'm done. I'll see you guys next time. Okay. My daughter wants me to come in and play some games. See you next time.